Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Kari and today I am doing my May book haul. I was really good in April and then I just lost my mind again in May. I think largely because I could be buying books again. I had an address to send them to, I didn't have to worry about them being lost or forwarded or whatever. So let's get into that. The first two are two that I ordered back in November and I'm gonna have to let Melody in a hot sec. They are the Illuminate versions, signed editions with black sprayed edges of God's Grave and Dark Dawn by J. Kristoff. Nevernight. I do have the British cover of Dark Dawn to match these, but they are beautiful. They're about an assassin. It is very bloody, a lot of sex, a lot of swearing, and it is fantastic. The next one, I know babe, is Koh-i-Noor by William Dalrymple and Anita Anand. This is a nonfiction about, you guessed it, the Koh-i-Noor diamond. I have read this one, so watch out for it in my May wrap-up. Suffice to say, loved it. Next is an obvious one, and that is The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. I've also read this one. It is a prequel to The Hunger Games. I don't know how I feel about it yet, but more thoughts in my May wrap-up. Then we have Wicked As You Wish by Rindge Beco, which is a Snow Queen alternate history fairy tale retelling, and it is amazing. I've read it and this is phenomenal. Next we have A Manic Dog and Once Upon an Eid, definitely Eid, they have pronunciations in there. Stories of Hope and Joy by 15 Muslim Voices. I know babe. They include Rhonda Abdel Fattah, Sarah Al-Faqih, S.K. Ali, Hannah Al-Kaf, Ashley Franklin, Asma Hussein, Henna Khan, Roxana Khan, Huda Al-Marashi, Aisha Matu, Candace Montgomery, Aisha Saeed, N.H. Senzai, Jamila Tompkins-Bigelow, and G. Willow Wilson. I'm sorry to anybody whose name I butchered. I tried. I forgot to look them up before I started this, and I have a limited amount of time to film this. But I've also read this and absolutely loved it. I think it was fantastic. Then we have the last book I bought in May, which is The Autobiography of Malcolm X. I did buy this one because it was on one of those recommended lists given the protests in Minnesota because of what happened to George Floyd. I recognize that reading more books is not enough, but it is a start to educate myself because it is on me as a white person to educate myself. Melody, what are you doing? As opposed to asking somebody else to do it. I have read the autobiography of Nelson Mandela about apartheid in South Africa, and apartheid was god-awful and they are still very much so dealing with the consequences there. But it was fascinating to read his autobiography. I'm excited for this. I think it'll be a hard read, but I think it's a necessary read for somebody who's living in the States, and it's a shame that I haven't read it sooner and begun educating myself sooner. But it's never too late to start, and right now is a great time to find books. There are lists all over Twitter, so go check it out and then do something. Donate. Go donate to one of the GoFundMes, to bail, sign a petition, do something so that we can get this corrected and start changing our system for the better. Next we have Rapunzel's Revenge by Shannon and Dean Hale. Melody, illustrated by Nathan Hale. Don't you break my books. Come here, dog. She's getting perilously close to my books here. This is a graphic novel that is the start. Come here, over here, there you go. Well, that's not what I meant, but here we go. That is the start of a series. Melody, you are not a lap dog, babe. That is the start of a series. That's my ear. It's sort of a fairy tale retelling thing, and it sounds really good. I also love Nathan Hale's, ow, sternum, oh, neck, claws, ow, Melody, oh, sorry, babe. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Okay, ow. It sounds good. Guys, I'm dying. Oh, okay, we're good. I got it. We're fine. We're not fine, but we're gonna pretend we're fine because God only knows how else this is gonna end. All right, come on. Next we have The Children of Henry VIII by Alison Weir, and I am all over the place right now, Melody. Melody, I need you to not do this. Ow. Okay, honey. Off. Down. Huh. Stay. This is a nonfiction about the children of Henry VIII. That's fine. Hey, down. And I really like Alison Weir. I have not read her Six Wives of Henry VIII yet. and this kind of takes place after that, that's fine. So we're gonna read this hopefully about the same time because it just sort of fills in the gaps. I have really bad dog breath, dearie. Next we have The Last Roundhead by Jamal Evans, which is a Blandford Candy adventure. It sounds like sort of just a fictionalized, and only slightly fictionalized. Edition is not the word. Version, it's also not the word, but we're going with it. Melody, you're about to fall off my knee. Of somebody who was, there you go, actually in the English Civil War in the 1640s. If you don't know, they ended with Charles I losing his head. It was really rather unfortunate. But I got this recommendation from Abby over at Autumn of Pelennor, who is amazing. Check out her channel, linked down below. I'm very excited for this one, and hopefully I can get to it soon. Next we have The Henna Wars by Adiba Jaigirdar. I'm sorry, I know that one's butchered. I'll fix it next time. This is a YA contemporary it's about two girls who enter a competition to do henna, which is stunning artwork anyway. And one of them falls for the other, but she hasn't told her family that she's queer or gay, and it's that story. It sounds really good and really cute. I don't know that I'll get to this soon. I'm gonna try this summer, but as you know, if you've been with me, I don't really do contemporaries. Not to say I'm not excited for that one. Then we have The Winter Duke by Eliza Bartlett. Whew. She also wrote We Rule the Night, which I did enjoy. I think I'll enjoy this one more, but Akata, our main character, wants to be a scholar, and her brother is named heir to the dukedom. Or rather, once he's named heir, she can leave. So there is an underwater kingdom that sounds really exciting, and just as she's about to leave, her parents and 12 siblings fall victim to a sleeping sickness and no one can find the cure. So she inherits the title of Duke, Melody, and her brother's warrior bride, and the challenge. And I really didn't need much more than that. Also, this cover, do you see this cover? There are ice roses, people. Another recommendation from Abby over at Autumn of Pelennor is Queendom of the Seven Lakes by A.B. Endicott. She and Mad Cheshire reads, yeah, sorry, I was trying to remember the person's name, that's the channel name, but I can't remember the person's name. Anyway, I'll link them down below, specifically Abby's announcement video. Melody. If there's little jerks, it's because Melody's sleeping under my tripod at the moment after she decided to cover me in dog hair. Anyway, Queen of the Seven Lakes, they're doing a self-published book club, and this is their book for the month of June. I'm really excited. It's assassins, and she is told she has to protect the queen's only child, who is a male and is about to take over, which is just scandalous because there's never been a king on the throne of this place. It sounds really interesting, and I trust Abby's tastes, so I'm very excited. One of my most anticipated that I have not yet read, actually, is Seven Endless Forests by April Genevieve Tucholka. I think this one technically came out in April, it definitely did, April 28th. But because I was in the process of moving, I didn't get it until May. This is an Arthur retelling, and that's all I needed. Then we have Incendiary by Zoraida Cordova. This is about Renata, who was kidnapped by the king's justice and brought to the luxurious palace of Andalusia. That's nice. She is a memory thief and was used to carry out the king's wrath, which was a siege that resulted in the death of thousands of her own people. Now she's a whisperer, rebel spy working against the crown. Des is the commander of her unit, and her love, he's taken captive, so she has to return to Andalusia and complete his mission herself. That sounds really fun, and I'm hoping that Andalusia is similar to the actual region of Andalusia in southern Spain, because that is beautiful, and that would just make me super happy. I don't know, I'll get back to you. Also, the plot sounds fun. Almost done, we have Honolulu by Alan Brenner. This was just an auto buy for me because I love his stuff. This is a Korean woman, I think, who travels to Hawaii in 1914 as a picture bride, basically a mail order bride, which is a thing for reasons I both understand and don't. Turns out her husband doesn't really like his life or his world, I think, and so I'm guessing there's abuse. That's what it sounds like. Trigger warning, heads up. But I love his stuff. He wrote Molokai and what was the other one? I should really know that. Molokai and the sequel to it. But anyway, it's set in Hawaii in the early 20th century and I love it. Penultimate book is Outrun the Wind by Elizabeth Tammy. This I got just because it's a book that's been on my list and my boss in Olmsted gave me a gift card to Amazon to buy books. I also got a really pretty bookmark. Oh yeah, so this one says the Huntresses of Artemis must obey 2 rules: never disobey the goddess and never fall in love. After being rescued from a harrowing life as an oracle of Delphi, Kahina is glad to be part of the hunt. Living among a group of female warriors gives her a chance to reclaim her strength. But when a routine mission goes awry, she breaks the first rule in order to save the legendary huntress Atalanta. It's Greek mythology and it sounds so good. And then the last one is House of Dragons by Jessica Cluess. I have only read the first one in her other series, A Shadow Bright and Burning. I would like to get the rest of them, but that's honestly sort of low on my priority list right now. This one has 5 houses, and usually the eldest of each house fights for the crown. This time they have a weird group of people who are fighting for the crown. They have a thief, a liar, a murderer, a soldier, and a servant. It sounds really cool because I mean dragons, and also I like her writing style. Putting that on the pile. Those are all the books I bought in May. I told you I lost my mind, but to be fair, I also had $50 worth of gift cards. So a solid about 5 of the books came from that. Ooh, I'm getting those books. That's exciting. I just realized that. Anyway, if you've read any of these, let me know. If you want to read any of them, let me know. I would always down to do a buddy read. And like I said, I will link Abby's announcement video for the self-published book club, Small Press. The official name is Small Press, I just remembered self-published, where they are starting with Queendom of the Seven Lakes in June. I will see you in my next video.